Hi, how's it going? It's Duff Show again, and let's go to the next episode of Rings of Power. I'm loving the show so far, thank God. This episode was, a little bit slow, but anyway, the story development was great, and I'll do it later. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. I'll do a review about Nope, the movie from the alien thing from Jordan Peele. I love the movie. Saw it yesterday with my girlfriend. So anyway, with no further ado, let's go to the review. But first, leave a like, subscribe, and follow the channel. Thank you so much. It really helps me out. And okay, let's go with the review. Woohoo! So first off, they were rescued by the humans. They were stranded. Halbrand and then Galadriel. Then they go to Numenor, which is a city which was given by the elves to the humans that helped them in the war. And they developed the city for generations. And then it's a huge freaking city for like hundreds of years. And then, we would thought like, oh, the elves are not well seen in there because we would imagine that the elves would be like, oh, they're the gods, oh, they're amazing, and they're not. Okay, if not for them, at least not that time, because as you can see, the other king that was before this queen now, he liked the elves, but for some reason he was dethroned because of that. Okay, I think they are gonna develop a little bit more of that. I didn't understand that much. And then we see Galadriel just, trying to flee out, go out of the city. No, I need to go to Middle Earth, to save my, and things that she wants to do. And she wants Halbrand to go with her. And Halbrand was like, oh, I think I'll stay here, this place is great. He was like, for her, like, let's stay here, this place is way better than South where I live. Trust me, we can stay here as long as we want to with there, okay? Things like this. And he's the kind of guy that I don't understand, he wants to be out of trouble, and then he just causes more trouble. He wants to be like, I don't know, the guy who makes, weapons and things like this. But at the time, he needs to be part of the guild. But to be part of the guild, he needs to do like a trial. And, oh, do I make part of the guild? No, I'm gonna steal somebody's pin for the guild, okay? He needs, like, who is he? He's a good guy, he's a bad guy. He's confused. He just doesn't know what to do. But the character is nice. The actor is good, but it's confusing because what the hell? What is he doing? Anyway, and then he fights with the other guys of the guild, and then he just shows that he can properly fight, and then breaks the other guy's arm. It was marvelous because it was a thing that I wasn't expecting him to do. I thought he was gonna get beat up, and then he just beat everyone's ass out. Then he got arrested, of course, because he's a Galadriel finds was the captain of the ship that had rescued her and helped her to get to the to like a place that the elves built a long time ago. It's like a library that they have with a lot of knowledges, and she didn't know that Numenor had it or still had it. And then went there and found some information about the symbol that's about Sauron. It's like the symbol is more like a drawing of the Dark Elves, which has like another paper with a message that says that they are trying to create like a war for them, where the darkness will thrive, and they need to destroy all the humans or other things for the orcs to live, and Sauron and Morgoth to rise again, and we see more of this story developing, which is nice. And there's the great reference of the guy from the ship, Elindor, is his name. Elindir, I think it's Elindir, I don't know, which was the captain of the ship. He has two sons, which are a daughter, and the son, which is Isildur. Isildur, which, if you can remember, was in the beginning of the Fellowship of the Ring, which is the name of the first Lord of the Rings movie, which he was the guy who chopped off Sauron's finger or arm and took off the ring. And instead of throwing in the lava, he kept for himself, and all the things were done after that. And then Elrond was there. Elrond was the guy who screamed, Isildur, because he needed to throw it on the fire, and he didn't do it. We already know, at least I didn't know, like, that they were actually really close to the time where they're gonna face Sauron, that war in the beginning of the Lord of the Rings film, which was like 1,000 years before the Lord of the Rings actually happened. So it is nice to know, like, he was like a person who works in like the ship, which was helped by his father, and then he just, I don't know, he's kind of lost at this time. I don't know how he's gonna become like a warrior, And to be actually fair, he's gonna be a king. If I'm not wrong, he's gonna be a king or a warrior. I don't know what's his pattern over there, but it was a nice thing to see actually him and see that we are actually in closing to this fight. So we were like, I don't know, like 30 years to this fight, 20 years to this fight. So in a very close time, we will see it happen. I hope we see it in this, at least like in the season finale. We see this fight is gonna be a thing that like $100 million just to this episode. I hope this happens. Okay, I think this is most for the humans part. They all only pretty Numenor. There wasn't more development on the the ones that were fleeing from this other town, the boy with the sword, nothing like this. But we see, I need to know his name, the name of the other elf. I'm so bad with names. I don't do. I think it's his name. The dark elf, which is but he is one of my favorite characters, to be honest, because he's like in a prison. It's not a prison. It's like more of a place to force labor with other elves. They are trying to chop trees, big trees, and some of them refuses because elves have a very hard relationship with nature and they just don't want to do it. And then there's a lot of orcs around it. And I didn't remember that the orcs, at least this ones, they were sensitive to the sun. So I didn't imagine like, oh, I know now they want to bring darkness to all Middle Earth, because now they can go freely without like a hat or without a hoodie with them, so they don't need to use sun protectors, nothing like this. They just go out there and don't then they burn themselves. And the makeup, it's insane. It's just like the Lord of the Rings. It's crazy, it's amazing. Then they fight with each other like, oh, we just want to take a break, oh, we don't want to do that. And then the orcs show that you're gonna work or you're gonna die. This is what they're intending to show them. And then they do a rebellion to try to flee, and then they try to take off their chains with the axes or the other equipments that they took off from other orcs. And then like a wolf appears to try to attack them. And then we actually see some fighting scenes with some elves, like besides the first episode, which is, it's like they are really like characters. So they just jump around like Jedis. They jump like Jedis, and there's great fighting scenes with them. Like there's not actually fighting scenes, more like they are making maneuvers to deflect moves from orcs, or deflecting the monster. And you see that there was a thing that I like, which was the series is not a thing like, oh, it's this epic thing that is gonna happen all the right way. Oh, he's gonna rescue all those elves and they're gonna do it together. No, they broke this thing, which was when most of the elves that were there, they died because they were attacked or by the orcs or the monster, the dog there. He attacked them. But in this case, he helped one of the elves, which was a friend of his. And when he goes up, he just lasts like 5 seconds because he got shot by 2-3 arrows, and he just died. I don't know, it looks like this, and you're like, oh damn, I'm doomed. And then he just pulled down, and then he's in the last part of the episode, he's gonna be shown to, I forgot his name. It's Adar. I forgot his name. Which some elves said, oh, it can be Zaldon, because Zaldon used a lot of nicknames through the years, so it can be Zaldon. And then he's kind of showing his face, but it's fading, and you can't really see him. It looks like an elf, to be honest. It doesn't look like an orc. Definitely not an orc. It can be Zaldon, because Zaldon already appeared, his face on the show. At least is what they told us. It's gonna be a backstory about Zaldon, and maybe they show their face because he looks so young. So I don't know if it is, because I know Zaldon is kind of an elf. I don't have the story of Zaldon, okay? I don't know, but I think he's such an interesting character. I think Zaldon is a more mysterious one because you don't have the backstory. It's not that open. Like, we know Darth Vader and all this kind of stuff, but we don't know him. And I think this is the thing that they're trying to show in this show. It will make more people involved in the Lord of the Rings realm, which one of the persons who will be like that, it's me, because I love it. I'm reading all the books, and I'm trying to read all the other parallel books. And as part of the hobbits also, they focus more on the elves part, not on the hobbits part, which is they are migrating now, and they were doing like prayers about the persons that about the hobbits that they were left behind because they were all, or other killed, got stuck, and things like this. And this part was pretty emotional for me, at least, because I saw they actually the hobbits were caring about and showing the respect for the other members, which was amazing because it gave them personality, gave them personality that they care about all of their friends. And then the mage or whatever his name, the meteor guy, he just shows up. He gets kind of messy, and then all the tribes see him, and then they decide they're gonna bring him together to go with him because he seems peaceful. He didn't do anything, which was pretty fast for me because they were like a day ago they were scared of the humans, and then now they aren't. But I think it's because she said that he's a guy that came from a meteor, so he must be important, okay? And he's not doing nothing, so at least he's gonna protect us. You know what I mean? So it's a good thing. I am thrilling to see the rest of this show. This episode was already great. I don't think it was the best episode so far, at least. Like the first episode was almost perfect. The second episode was also great. This one was also great. It's not slow. I don't understand why people are not liking the show, but I'm telling you, normal people are not. Some people are not like enjoying it. So, oh, it's too slow, or it's not that slow. Okay, there are a lot of good shows that are slow, and this is not a bad show, and this is not a slow show. It's developing the way it needs to be developed. Okay, I'm loving it, and it's going the perfect pace. And I hope to see way more of that. Okay, I hope this goes to 5 seasons. I don't know if it's gonna be like a season. But I hope it get renovated to show us more of Lord of the Rings, because we are at least 10 years without seeing something really good. Like the Hobbits, I liked it, but some people hate it. So 10 years of being like a really, really, really good thing from the Lord of the Rings things and Tolkien things. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I see you on the next review. Goodbye and